You want to support Roland Martin Unfiltered? Be sure to join our Bring the Funk fan club. Every dollar that you give to us supports our daily digital show. There's only one daily digital show out here that keeps it black and keep it real as Roland Martin Unfiltered. By going to RolandMartinUnfiltered.com, you can make this possible.
Wait,
last question.
How you influence the others around you? Because the other example I was going to give is the sister.
Hold on. Oh, Scott, you want a question now, but you the one telling me you got to leave at 7 o'clock. 7:03. I'm trying to help you out. Now you want to ask the question.
Okay,
hold on. Greg. Wait.
Greg dominated. It's my turn.
He sits right next to him. Greg, go.
It's my turn.
Claudrina Harold, who's the chair of history at the University of Virginia right now. She was an all-Atlantic 10 basketball player at Temple University. She's one of my students when I was there. She influenced the other young women on that ball team to take academics seriously. She got a PhD, she's teaching at Virginia. What has been your experience in the locker rooms with these other brothers who look at you and say, yo, man, maybe I need to, you got something for me to read? Or, I mean, do you see this?
Like a David West in the NBA.
Oh, David West, for sure, my man, David West.
Here's the thing is, the one thing I learned about the NFL and players who come into the league is a gap of information, right? They come into a league and they don't study, they don't pick up books, so when they go back into the real world, they have the level of education has grown so far and they left behind on what they knew in 2010, they retired in 2016, then it's like all there. So like I hand a guy a book, they won't read it. They don't like they have no thirst. They never had a thirst for knowledge. Right. You know, very few of them are actually
by design.
So let me ask you this.
They don't want smart. They don't want intelligent people. They want intelligent football players. So when they say a guy's smart, they're talking about his football IQ, not his intellectual IQ.
Which is why Rosen, when he was in Arizona, one of the criticisms, even though he's white, it was like, he's too smart.
Right. That's what knocked on me throughout the NFL.
Really?
I was a smart guy, and I was too smart. I had a coach tell me before a team meeting, come in and say, like, hey, Martellus, I'm gonna make some mistakes today. Can you like hold your questions or anything?
Oh no! Wait a minute. He didn't want you to shame him in the meeting because
it's not shame. It's about getting the right information.
No question.
Right?
Because if y'all lose, it's gonna be.
I don't think about it in a way of like combating and having a rebuttal. It's like, no, coach. I'm a note taker, and I learned to be a note taker because I was playing for the New York Giants, and our offensive coordinator was Kevin Gilbride, and he used to chew your ass out if you mess up, right? So we had this one play, and Eli like threw a lot of interceptions because he had to make these routes, right? But there was a play where we couldn't run a post against a quarters defense, whatever. I'm just getting a little deep, but because Hakeem Nicks was running a post on the backside. So in the meeting, he starts cursing at me, and he's yelling. So I'm going through my notebook. I go back to June 3rd. This was like September.
Brother.
So he's going on to something else. I'm flipping through my notebook. I get to June 3rd, and I'm like, hey, yo, coach, on June 3rd, you said we do not run a post if we have a post on the backside by the ex-receiver, and it's right here, and then he turned red. And Eli turned back to me. Eli was like this. My coach was like, hey, you got him. So I always like the information because I could perform the way I'm supposed to perform, and they'll throw shit on you when it's the rules that they taught you.
Martellus, real quick question.
Okay.
How do we close the enlightenment gap? You're clearly enlightened. I can name a handful of athletes, whether I've represented them before or not, that clearly are enlightened, multifaceted, multi-talented, bright, capable, beyond football IQ. How do we close that enlightenment gap across the board with all athletes, African-American athletes?
Yeah, I think
in your opinion.
I think it's about giving them the space to be who they want to become. Right? A lot of these guys are pushed into this direction, and they never really get to explore the world. Yeah. So when you don't get to explore, you cannot discover, right? So a lot of these guys never discover things that they're interested in outside of the sport because they was never encouraged to explore things. So once you get to the NFL, this is all you ever wanted as a kid. Why would I explore any other avenue that could possibly, this is supposed to last forever, but then realize that the average career is 3.5 years. If you're lucky. I played for a decade, right? And I ain't planning on playing for a decade. I almost retired after my 3rd year.
But they could study other stuff while they're in the NFL.
But they should. That's the thing. It comes back to time. But why would I study when I never studied? I never created the habits of learning or gaining information or seeking information when information is always given to me or I got a pass to be able to play at a high level.
And then we also have to own up to the reality that when you also have family, who is also, what happened to me in L.A., happened in L.A., and a sister at KJ LH, she said, had a photo of her son on the wall. And she said, that's my first rounder right there. I said, what? I said, what did you just say? That's my first rounder. I said, no, that ain't your first rounder. Why aren't you raising him to be the owner of the team?
Yes.
Yeah.
And she had never, she said, oh my God. I said, why are you limiting what your son can do? You are seeing him as a first round draft pick. With my nephew Chris, when we took him to the Texans game. After the game, we're there with the players and other family members. And so Bum Phillips, not Bum Phillips,
Wade.
his son, Wade Phillips.
Yeah, I play with Wade.
Wade comes out.
Oh, yeah.
Wade comes out and he says, Chris, how you doing? What position you want to play? I said, oh, no, I'm sorry, Wade.
Here we go.
No. Chris is being raised to be an owner.
And Wade was probably like, that's great.
Wade was like, wow. But I needed him to understand.
Right.
No, we ain't talking about linebacker, running back. And no disrespect to that, but I needed Wade to understand.
Yeah. Here's the thing, though. This is what I like to call it's social currency. Right? In our community, if a kid that has a great jump shot walks into the barbershop, we celebrate him.
Great point.
We put him up. If a kid who walks in as an honor roll student, they be like, oh, they'll come in, like, that's the first round, he's going to be great. They don't come in with a kid who's an intellectual and be like, he's going to change the world.
Come on, brother.
He's going to start the next big tech company. They never encourage that way.
Right.
But the athlete walks in, everyone's like, great game. Everyone shows up to support his game. No one goes to their spelling bees. No one goes to see the black kid that's doing the science fair, that's building the next tech robot or doing these things. So if you don't feel encouraged or empowered by your community, why would I stay in that field when my community celebrates this? Because every kid wants to be celebrated, and every kid deserves to be celebrated for what their genius is. Some kids are geniuses on the field. More kids are geniuses off the field.
That's right.
And they should feel like it's okay, and they should feel encouraged to dream the dreams that they dream. And it doesn't have to be, you don't have to play sports to feel like you're black.
Which was why it was very interesting. It was very interesting when I graduated from Jack Yates. And to your point, we had a number of players who went on state championship football team, guys who ran track, and they had medals, UIL medals.
Yeah.
But with graduation, I was in School of Communications.
Yes, sir.
I had 10 medals. Tops in television, tops in radio, tops in every single field. Was voted the best student whole School of Communications.
They gave medals for that.
Oh, yes, we did.
That's important.
So
that educators can do that.
When that was graduation, the athletes had their medals.
Right.
Walked my ass across stage with my medals. And my deal was my jacket. We had Letterman's jackets.
Academic achievement.
For School of Communications.
See, that's critical.
Mine says R. Martin, Mr. TV.
Mr. T.
That's fire.
The deal.
Mr. TV.
Because the other students, I shot everything.
High school.
They'd be like, here come Mr. TV.
TV.
Yeah.
Then that's why we go now back to reunion. They're like, damn, he did exactly what he was doing. But the key is, the cats who play ball, to your point, they're retired. I'm still doing while I was there.
Because it's forever. Because your mind is,
there
your
you go.
athletic ability is going to lose it. You're going to lose your athletic ability. And every ball is going to go flat. But your life does not have to flatline when that ball goes flat.
You dropped about 5 phrases.
That's why I want all of y'all.
That's dropped about 5 jewels.
That's why I want all of y'all to get his book, Dear Black Boy. Where can they get it?
Oh, they could get it on Amazon. Actually, I'm the publisher and the printer.
Come on.
I pick out the paper.
No, but where can they get it where you get all of the money, not Amazon
you can get it on the imaginationagency.com.
Okay, so give it again.
Theimaginationagency.com.
Theimaginationagency.com. We'll tweet that out as well. Dear Black Boy, all of y'all should get your copy. All right, folks, back to our Roland Martin Unfiltered video in just one moment. Hey, guys, they're back. MarijuanaStock.org has another great investment opportunity. If you were lucky enough to invest in their last crowdfunding campaign, you know they raised a lot of money in just a few months investing in legal marijuana farms. Those additional investors now own shares of a publicly traded company. They're on fire. Now, of course, many of you missed it the first time. Now you have a second shot. They have a new investment opportunity that is as good or, if not better, than the last time. I'm talking about industrial hemp CBD. For those who don't know, the hemp plant is the cousin to marijuana with a much higher concentration of CBD, which means hemp CBD gives you all of the medical benefits of marijuana without getting you high. Until recently, hemp farming was practically illegal in the United States and heavily regulated by the DEA. However, the 2018 Farm Bill recently passed in Congress, making it legal to grow hemp CBD in the U.S. and creating one of the largest commodities worldwide. They need land to grow all of the plants. This makes for an incredible investment opportunity, and that's where our good friends at 420 Real Estate come in. Their business model is simple. They buy land that supports hemp CBD grow operations and lease it to licensed hemp-paying tenants. Now, that's right. They are hemp CBD landlords, and you can get in on the action. You can invest in this crowdfunding campaign for as little as $200 up to $10,000. Like I said, You don't want to miss out. You should certainly join the folks who are investing. You can go to marijuanastock.org, marijuanastock.org, to get in the game, and you should do it now. Now back to your Roland Martin Unfiltered video.